Well, would you look at that? Welcome back, everyone, to the YouTube channel. My name is Parker Kurth, obviously, since that's why it's called the Parker Kurth YouTube channel. And I am an elite team member and a full-time senior coach with NVDM triathlon coaching. Now, most of the time on this YouTube channel, I post videos of me overtraining leading up to primarily Ironman races, once in a while half Ironman races as well, and then race recaps of me explaining why the race didn't go as planned. Now, if you want to see more videos like that, then go ahead,
subscribe, like, and have fun.
I actually just made one of those videos reviewing the brand new Zwift bike, which I'm not sure if you guys can see, but I have set up right here. If you missed out on that video, then I'll have it linked down below, or if I remember, I'll put a card up in one of these corners. However, when purchasing the Zwift bike, you can actually just buy the frame, or you can bundle it with a trainer. I decided to just buy the frame. The reason why is because right around the same time that I was looking to buy the new Zwift bike, I watched two reviews from GPLama and from DC Rainmaker of a brand new trainer, and the trainer sounded pretty darn cool. I'll have both of their videos linked down below. If you guys haven't watched any of their videos, highly recommend checking their channels out. They're massive and they do some of the best reviews out there, especially when it comes to triathlon gear like this. But like I mentioned, they made the trainer sound pretty amazing, and they don't sugarcoat things. And so when I heard, how great the trainer sounded, and for the price, yeah, I decided to pick one up. And the trainer that I got, that they reviewed, is the brand new JetBlack Victory trainer. Now, this video is going to be split up in two parts. In the first part, I am going to set up this trainer right here, and then I'm going to put my TT bike on it. The reason why I like having a road bike and a TT bike, I like having a road bike for when I do max efforts or just easy rides. And plus, my dad, he likes to bike as well, and so this way we can have two bikes set up. And then I use the TT bike, for more race-specific intervals and more when I'm getting ready for a race. So in the first part of this video, I'm gonna go set up this trainer. And then in the second part, after I have used the trainer for a bit, I'm not going to do a full in-depth review going over all the data and the stats and whatnot. If you guys want to see something like that, then like I said, go and watch GPLama's and DC Rainmaker's videos. However, I will sit down, talk about my experience, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and just a general overview of the trainer. But it is getting a little late and I have a big workout tomorrow, so let's go ahead and set this up. This is what it looks like coming out of the box. And as you guys may have seen on the box, it does come with the Zwift cog as well, and the Zwift click, which is used for changing gears. Has a through axle adapter, wrench, another adapter for disc brakes, and some screws. There is the Zwift cog. I love the handle that it comes with. Here is the plug for the trainer. And now I assume that the instructions are, there's a QR code that you scan. You guys can see right there. There we go. So you just download the app.
Through axle adapters.
There's the setup video.
Zwift click gear.
I'm gonna go ahead and watch the video and set up the trainer. Well, it has now been a couple of weeks since I have received the JetBlack Victory Trainer, and I wanted to come on here and share some of my initial thoughts and impressions. Now, before I do, I'm going to list off some of the specs and information about the trainer and the price. So I think I already mentioned this, but it was $399 without tax in the US at the time of filming this. And some of this, I mean, it really is mind-blowing at the amount that this trainer offers for that price point. Now, I'm comparing this to, well, not just the Tacx Neo 2T, but that is the trainer that I had before this, the Garmin Tacx Neo 2T. The reason I switched was because I love that trainer. It was great, but it was just a little bit too big, and I'm thinking of possibly moving in the future, and I just wanted something a little bit smaller, a little bit lighter. Speaking of which, that's actually one of the first things I will mention, just how easy it was to set up, how light it was, and the fact that it comes with a handle. It's little things like that, you know. The markings, so it's color-coded when you set it up, the handle it comes with, it was super user-friendly, easy to set up, definitely a bit easier than the Tacx Neo 2T. Now, that being said, it is a lot lighter, like I said. And so for someone like me who's pretty lightweight, it's not too big of an issue, and I really do enjoy it. But I could see if you're a little bit heavier and you are pushing, you know,
big watts,
and you're really cranking it, you know, you're Zwift racing, I could see it maybe being issues with it, you know, tipping over. But honestly, you'd have to be like a world-class cyclist, I think, for that to happen. For me, no issues whatsoever. So back to some of the specs. First off, the Zwift cog and click. I love Zwift. I use Zwift daily. And so for me, the fact that it comes with the second cog and the little clicker, man, that was a game changer. That pretty much sold me right there. Now, if you aren't going to be using Zwift, I'm not sure if you can still, I don't think you can use the Zwift cog and click on other indoor virtual cycling apps. That being said, you can still just use erg mode. But if you do want to be able to shift while using other applications, then you are going to have to get your own cassette for the JetBlack Victory. So that would be an extra cost for you. More stats. It is Wi-Fi enabled, and I'm just reading this off the website. I'll post a picture up. And like I said, DC Rainmaker, GPLama, they've been doing this stuff for much longer than I have. So definitely go and check out their videos. But I do want to mention some of the facts and figures. It is Wi-Fi enabled. So far, I have no issue with connectivity whatsoever since I've been using it. You can calibrate it. They have the auto spin down calibration on the app. Speaking of the app, it's been working great. Now, it's not as fancy as the Garmin Tacx app by any means, but it gets the job done. You can connect to all the sensors through it. You can calibrate it. There's an odometer, which actually I don't think the Garmin Tacx had. But you can see how many hours and how many miles you've been logging on it. I'll post a screenshot up if I remember to do that. The accuracy, it's within 2% accurate, the accuracy is within 2% plus or minus with what they've been testing. And I compared it to my Garmin Rally pedals, and I saw the same. It was within 2% of the power. And what I saw from GPLama and DC Rainmaker, they seem to have had the same results as well. So you're definitely not sacrificing accuracy by any means. It is very responsive. They have a race mode, 10 hertz race mode. Now I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't know what 10 hertz means, race mode, but it's supposed to be super fast and very responsive. So if you are someone that's racing on Zwift all the time, you don't have to worry about, you know, you lagging or whatever. However, that can be a downside because then you can't blame anyone else if you lose. So it's kind of your own fault. Anyway, maximum power, 1800 watts. I did have a few issues with this. There were a few times when I was pushing close to, I think, over 1800 watts, and no, I'm joking. I'm joking. The max power is 1800 watts on this trainer. If anyone watching this channel can push more than 1800 watts, please let me know. I'd love to meet you. And it can simulate grades up to 16%. So I don't think you're going to find too many climbs out there that are above 16%. And if you are riding on something that's above 16%, well, then you have bigger issues in life. I'll tell you that much. What else? We have quiet, the noise. At first, actually, I was a little bit, not concerned, but when I first put the trainer on, it was making quite a bit of, not a lot of noise, but it was noisier than my Tacx Neo. I was like, oh, okay, you know, for the price tag, you know, I'm not, whatever. But then I realized I didn't adjust the Zwift clicker correctly, and so the derailleur wasn't lined up properly with the Zwift cog. And so when I changed that, it was pretty much silent. You know, it was as quiet as the Tacx Neo 2T. And so if you get the JetBlack Victory trainer and it does seem a little loud, or you hear like a clicking noise or something like that, just mess around with the cog that it comes with. You can set it, I think it's like between 1 through 12 or 1 through 9, something like that. Twist it until you don't hear the noise anymore. That's what I did. And now it's virtually silent. So big fan of that. If I remember to take some videos, I'll insert one of what it sounded like before and after. This is what it sounds like before it was adjusted. This is what it sounds like after it's been adjusted. And then, what else? Connectivity. You can connect it Bluetooth, USB-C. It comes with a disc brake, which I showed you, the disc brake lock. You know what? Things like that. I think JetBlack Victory, they definitely are thinking about the consumer, the customer, and they're wondering, they really went into this trainer. They went into making this trainer thinking, how can we make this as easy and convenient as possible for the user to set up and start riding? And that's what they did. It really is something else. And also a proprietary electromagnetic motor system. Oh, one thing I do notice after some longer rides, the wheel can get a little hot. You know, the back wheel that spins. So just make sure you don't touch that or put anything near that when you're riding, just because there's been a few times after like a 4 or 5 hour ride that, you know, I noticed that it was getting a little hot. My leg accidentally scraped it and I was like, ooh, that's a little hot. But besides that, honestly, I don't have any complaints. This has been a great purchase, like I said, for $399. I really don't think you can beat it. Now, obviously, there's products out there that are cheaper, but none that come with the amount of specs and accessories that this comes with. You know, you get the Zwift cog, the Zwift clicker, you get the disc brake blocker. So honestly, if you're looking for a new trainer and you do ride Zwift, now, you know, if you're not on Zwift and you need to buy a new cassette for it and whatnot, then I could see why you wouldn't want to get this. But honestly, I don't know why you would choose any other trainer besides this. Unless you are looking for something maybe a little bit heavier, sturdier, bulkier, then I do think that the Tacx Neo 2T would be a great option. But that's also 3 times as expensive. I think the Tacx Neo 2T runs for around $1,200. This is $400. So sadly, at the time of this filming, it is sold out. You can, however, join the waitlist on the website. So if you are looking for a new trainer, I would highly recommend you joining that waitlist. And if you have any other questions about the trainer you want me to answer, then feel free to comment down below. I'll do my best to answer them. And like I mentioned a few times, definitely go and watch GPLama's and DC Rainmaker's review, because they have much more numbers and stats and compare it to many different things as well. So hope you guys enjoyed this review. As always, comment down below if you have any questions, like I said, what you want to see next, and we'll see you guys in the next one.